your boy B Smooth, man. Welcome back to the channel. You already know what it is. Nah, we finna kick this thing out like this. A lot of people ask me, man, how you get your dough to sound like this right here? Call me crazy. Bet I'm finna give y'all the secret to what I do to tune my dough, man. They probably can help y'all. Let's get it. All right, people. So, a lot of people, I appreciate everybody, man. I want to start by saying that, man. I just want to really thank everybody, man. I want to thank everybody who actually always give me my props on my work and stuff, man. Even though that I still myself feel it's not up to par, like up to my standards, but I still want to appreciate everybody, man, for showing love to the boy, man. I really appreciate that. Nah, we're going to kick it out like this. Check it. All right. So, when we come in and we think about this thing, we like to talk about EQs and stuff and tuning. Alright, I'm finna tell y'all a little method I use when it come down to it. Now, this method helped me. Now, I don't know how it's gonna help everybody else, but this is how I kind of tune majority of my cars, and they all sound crystal clear, man. Check it. Alright, first thing first. A lot of people be like, oh, I don't need to run no equalizer. Do I need an equalizer? That right there depends on your head unit. Your head unit, depending on how many volts, how many output volts, or how your EQ is on your head unit, go determine if you need an equalizer. I'm just being 100. Let's just drop it. Be real with you. That right there is going to determine if you need a equalizer. That head unit. Me, I like running tablets, so some tablets have not so good of a much output voltage. And what I mean by output voltage, mean the RCA output voltage. Now, a lot of people are like, well, why do they even matter? Big fact. It matters because if you ever change the radio and you notice that you don't touch your amps and then just change the radio, and you don't notice that it takes so much volume to get louder than with the other radio. Say for instance, one radio you probably turn it to 15 and it sound like it at 30. This radio you just put in, you got to turn it up down to 40 and it still sound low. Alright, that's output voltage. One of them gonna have a different output voltage than the other. I'm just being real. So basically the way that you do that is, if you got a radio with a bad output voltage, basically a low output voltage, you test the output voltage first, because sometimes radio live, they'll be like 2 volt, 4 volt, shit like that. Alright, fuck that. Get you a multimeter and check the output voltage running from the RCAs. My buddy taught me that. Big shouts out to Rand. He taught me that years ago, and it been faithful. It been faithful and accurate ever since, because fooling around Brazilian boards, they don't like no more than 2 volts. Anything past 2 volts, that amp is gonna play like shit. So if you got clipping problems and stuff in that nature, that amp is gonna play like shit if it's more than 2 volts of output going to it. I'm just being 100. I don't give a fuck. It's on the manual. Like it, bite it, disagree, I don't give a fuck. That's you. I'm just telling you what I experienced and what I just know. So, in a whole bam. So we make sure that all of that is popping. Cool. Now fast forward. Now if you got a good radio with a good EQ, you might not even need an equalizer. You just use your radio EQ. Alright, cool. I mean by good EQ, something like a 13 band, something like that. Good EQ. Alright, cool. So you just use your radio. Now, here's the thing. I run equalizer, radio EQ, and DSP. Here's the thing. This finna sound crazy. Here's the kicker. I only run one EQ. I know y'all like, man, you just named about 3 different ones. No, I only run one. And what I mean by only run one, I only touch one. Now, in my previous video, yeah, I do touch my radio sometimes because I had no tweeters and I was trying to bring my high side on up, so I did kind of play with that. But I really truly only use one equalizer. So what I mean by that, I leave whichever one I'm gonna use. If I'm gonna use the equalizer from the DSP, alright, if I'm gonna use the equalizer from the head unit, or if if I use the equalizer from the head unit, the DSP, the EQ, all of that gonna be flat. What I mean by flat, everything gonna be zeroed out. Flat. That's flat. If I just use my EQ, the DSP gonna be flat. The radio gonna be flat. Now here's the thing. dealing with my DSP, a lot of folks always scream about, don't touch the equalizer. You a motherfucking lie. Because I just learned this today with that DSP. That equalizer settings will cause it to have too much bass in it. I'm gonna do a little video clip, or what the fuck that truck sound like now, and this bitch is retarded. Now I can sit here and say that it's fucking insane. Alright. I mean, I ain't trying to sit here for what I got in the door and for how clear it got and how everything balanced out. It's fucking stupid. Okay. So basically, I just tune it the ear. I don't never try to tune it to like rap music. That's why y'all would catch me listen to a lot of old music, because old music got all the melodies. And what I mean by that, rap music got a lot of bass. All right, rock music got a lot of bass. You have to tune it with something that is vocal, something that has all the instruments, Mary J. Blige, stuff like that. You know, I mean, I could just keep going, man. You know, I love old music, man, because it got all the melodies, man. TLC, stuff like that, man. All melodies. What I mean by all melodies, you can hear the horns, you can hear the tweeter. I mean, you know, everything got its own section. The bass ain't too heavy, but it's vocal. So R&B gonna always be vocal, except for, you know, I have tuned to Chris Brown before and stuff in that nature, and it pretty smooth. Put it like this: the hardest person that I ever tried to tune to was Ronald Isley. That man there got some vocal on him, and it's very hard to get my vocals just completely accurate with it because it's so heavy. It's a heavy vocal. It's hard. Like Luther Vandross, oh man, I can make that truck sing on Luther. I can make it sing on Luther. Get it, Luther. You get it. Like, I can make it sing all that, but you know, like stuff. But y'all see what I'm saying. So that's what you want to tune by. So always, you know, just use one EQ. You ain't got to use every damn EQ you got in there. Just use one, man. Because the more you turn knobs and the more you adjust on EQ, the only thing you're doing is boosting your output voltage. Just being honest. Just like some people be like, my volume not turned all the way up. I got mine turned a quarter of a way. Cool. That's great. That's cute. That just means my amp ain't even maxed out. Yeah, you got a lot of output vote coming from that radio. Man, I ain't got the volume on that but 10. Shit, well, pretty good radio. I mean, that ain't got shit to do with it. Because the only thing gonna happen when you turn up past 10, yeah, it gonna get louder. You know, unless you're talking about like an SPL truck. Now, you turn that on 10 and it just start beating. You know, you can take it all the way up to 40 or 50. That's different. But just a little hood banger, just be riding around, just being. Nah, man, you turn the volume up on that, man. And shit, you know when you the maxed out. Because the only thing started happening is everything started getting distorted. Distortion kills everything. You could have a fucking 500 watt speaker on a fucking 2,000 watt goddamn amp and it won't die until you fucking clip the shit out of it. Clip ain't nothing but a fucked up ass way of saying distortion. That's it, man. Clip City, distortion, alright? It sounds louder, but it's really hurting yourself. But I step back, man, so I think I'll just tell them how to really just do this real quick, you know? Just kick it out there to you. Just throw it out there so you can actually get a glimpse of, you know, how to make your doors. You know, if you like the way mine sound, I'll just tell you how I do it. I ain't like some people that lead you in the blind. I'm gonna let you know. So if you like my doors, I just gave you the sauce to how to do it. Now, when it comes down to what you put wet and how you do it, that's up to your ear and your music, man. The way I do mine is I tune it to old people, you know, like old school music. So if you want to sound like mine, tune the old school music so everything sound balanced and clear. You know, but just work one EQ, everything else, leave it flat. I'm telling you, thank me later, man. Well, hey, guys, that's all I got for y'all today. So, shit, let's get up out of here. Let's get it.
You can't fool me, baby. You can't fool me, baby. Oh no. Try to run it on somebody. You can't fool. You can't fool me, baby. Oh no. Oh, you can't fool me, baby. I done been Oh, jugging at the club, trying to take me some home. Yeah, I worried the hell out of my mama. Mama, oh, I remember when she got me out of jail, and she ain't raised me like that.